Dear 12th standard students, in previous video class, we briefly discussed about what are the method to produce induced EMF. You know about there are three methods to produce induced EMF. One is by changing the magnetic induction, we can produce induced EMF in a closed circuit. Another one method to produce induced EMF in a closed circuit, changing the area enclosed by the coil, it is possible to produce induced EMF in the closed circuit. Another one important method to produce induced EMF in a closed circuit, by changing the orientation of the coil with respect to the magnetic field, possible to produce induced EMF. In the third method, it's very easy or convenient to produce induced EMF by changing the orientation of the coil with respect to the magnetic field produces induced EMF. Keep it in your mind that induced EMF is alternating EMF. It is also called alternating voltage. Resulting current flows through the closed circuit. That current is called alternating current. So now in this video session we will discuss about alternating current. So one of the method to produce induced EMF by changing the orientation of the coil with respect to the magnetic field produces induced EMF. That induced EMF is alternating EMF. Resulting current flows to the closed circuit. That current is called alternating current. So, what is alternating current? How we perfectly define the alternating current, or how we perfectly define the alternating voltage? Now we see the alternating voltage definition. So, alternating voltage is a voltage in which changes polarity after regular interval of time. That voltage is called alternating voltage. Resulting current flows to the closed circuit. That current is called alternating current. So, how alternating voltage source is connected to the closed circuit, resulting current flows to the closed circuit is called alternating current. We will see how that alternating voltage is applied to a closed circuit flows to the alternating current. We see when a simple closed circuit, it is the alternating voltage source. For example, AC generator. AC generator produces alternating voltage or alternating EMF. So dear students, I am taking alternating voltage source like AC generator. AC source. This alternating voltage source is connected across a resistor. This resistor has a resistance R. Now we consider this is a closed circuit. Alternating voltage source is connected across a resistor of resistance R. That alternating voltage source, it will produces voltage. That voltage magnitude is continuously varies with respect to time. Each and every instant, that magnitude of alternating voltage is continuously varies. That's why it is called alternating voltage source. Now I am assuming at that instant of time, upper terminal of the source is taken as positive, lower terminal of the alternating voltage source is negative at that instant. So at that instant, positive terminal of the voltage source is upward direction, negative terminal of the voltage source is lower direction, then at that instant the resulting current flows to the closed circuit along the direction through the resistor of resistance R in clockwise direction. At that instant, alternating current flows to the resistor of resistance R in clockwise direction. After a short time, that polarity of the alternating voltage source is reversed. The same closed circuit, after a short time, polarity of the AC source is changed. Now, upper terminal of the alternating voltage source is negative, lower terminal of the alternating voltage source is positive. Resulting current is reversed through the resistor of resistance R. Now, current flows from positive terminal to negative terminal of the alternating voltage source through a resistor of resistance R along this direction in anti-clockwise direction. So this is a way how alternating voltage source polarities changes, then resulting current flows to the closed circuit, the direction also changes. That's why that alternating voltage source is called alternating EMF. Resulting current flows to the closed circuit is called alternating current. So one of the important thing, either alternating voltage or alternating current, that magnitude of alternating voltage is continuously varies with respect to time, and also direction of alternating voltage is reversed after half cycle of alternating voltage. Resulting current accordingly it will continuously changes with respect to time. Magnitude of alternating current also varies with respect to time at every instant, and the direction of alternating current also changes at every half cycle of the alternating current cycle. This is the way we can express the alternating current or alternating voltage. So alternating voltage is a voltage in which changes polarity after regular interval of time. Current also changes accordingly with respect to the alternating voltage. Now, we are going to see about sinusoidal voltage or sinusoidal current. Sinusoidal alternating voltage. So what is a sinusoidal alternating voltage? We know about alternating voltage. So alternating voltage is the voltage in which it changes polarity after regular interval of time. That voltage is called alternating voltage. How we define the sinusoidal alternating voltage? So sinusoidal alternating voltage we can define if the waveform of alternating voltage is a sine wave, then the alternating voltage is called sinusoidal alternating voltage. So keep it in our mind. If the waveform of alternating voltage is a sine wave, then the alternating voltage is called sinusoidal alternating voltage. See the sine wave. So theta taken as along the x-axis, it is one complete cycle of alternating voltage. 0, that is maximum value of alternating voltage at that instant, again 0, then goes to the negative direction, maximum value of alternating voltage in negative direction minus Vm, again to reach as a 0. This is one complete cycle of alternating voltage, can be expressed with the help of sine wave. It is the one complete cycle of sine wave. 0, pi, 2 pi. Theta taken along the x-axis. Theta is nothing but angle between normal to the plane of the coil and the direction of magnetic field. So instantaneous voltage V, that is instantaneous voltage, is taken along the either from 0 to positive y-axis and 0 to negative y-axis. So V represents instantaneous value of alternating voltage. Why we can represent instantaneous? Why we express instantaneous? Because alternating voltage is a voltage in which changes polarity after regular interval of time. So it is one of the positive half cycle of alternating voltage. So at the end of the positive half cycle of alternating voltage, polarity of the alternating voltage is reversed. Not only polarity, each and every instant the magnitude of alternating voltage also continuously changes. At that instant alternating voltage is 0. So instant value, time value increases or theta value increases. So magnitude of alternating voltage also increases to reaches a maximum. Again with respect to the time, alternating voltage decreases and reaches 0. Then at the end of the positive half cycle of alternating voltage, polarity of the alternating voltage changes, goes to the negative direction. In the negative direction, alternating voltage increases at every instant to reaches a maximum voltage at that instant with the negative maximum. Again, time increases along with the theta increases, then alternating voltage magnitude decreases to reaches a 0. So see that alternating voltage, not only magnitude at every instant will not change, and also at the end of the positive half cycle, polarity of the alternating voltage also changes. That's why it is called alternating voltage or alternating EMF. Why it is called sinusoidal alternating voltage? If the waveform of alternating voltage is a sine wave, then the alternating voltage is called sinusoidal alternating voltage. Each and every instant the magnitude of sinusoidal alternating voltage varies. At every half cycle of alternating voltage, polarity of the alternating voltage also changes. At every instant, how we can represent the alternating voltage given by the one simple expression V, which is equal to Vm sine omega t. It is important expression. V is the instantaneous alternating voltage. It can be represents voltage at that instant, which is equal to Vm is the amplitude of voltage or peak value of alternating voltage. Vm is the amplitude of voltage. Amplitude of alternating voltage. Here sine function omega is the angular frequency of alternating voltage. Omega is the angular frequency of alternating voltage. T is the at that instant of time. So time value increases automatically, omega t value increases. Then sine function value is continuously changes. So at that instant, voltage of alternating voltage is continuously changes with respect to the omega t value. So alternating voltage magnitude is continuously changes. How we can represents the alternating voltage at that instant given by the expression V is equal to Vm sine omega t. Now, what is sinusoidal alternating current? So, see, this is the sinusoidal alternating voltage. This sinusoidal alternating voltage is connected to the closed circuit. This is sinusoidal alternating voltage. AC voltage connected to the closed circuit like resistor of resistance R. Resulting current flows is called alternating current. That alternating current waveform looks like a sine wave. Then the resulting current is called sinusoidal alternating current. This kind of sinusoidal alternating voltage is applied to the closed circuit like resistor of resistance are resulting current flows to the closed circuit also sinusoidal in nature, then the current is called sinusoidal alternating current. That alternating current also each and every instant the magnitude of alternating current varies at every half cycle. Direction of alternating current flows to the closed circuit also changes. Then at instantaneous value of alternating current is given by the expression I, which is equal to Im sin omega t, equation number 2. So small I represents value of alternating current at that instant, which is equal to Im is the amplitude of alternating current. So Im is the amplitude of alternating current or peak value of alternating current. Omega is the angular frequency of alternating current. Alternating current. T is the instant of time, and sinusoidal alternating voltage is connected to the closed circuit. Time value increases depending upon the time value increases, entire omega t value changes with respect to the sine function. Then automatically instantaneous value of alternating current also changes depending upon the time value. So there are two important things in alternating circuit. One is sinusoidal alternating voltage, simply then the alternating voltage looks like a waveform, is a sine waveform. Then the voltage is called sinusoidal alternating voltage, is the same that of sinusoidal alternating voltage source is connected to the closed circuit. Resulting current flows to the closed circuit also sinusoidal in nature. Then the current is called sinusoidal alternating current. So in important thing in sinusoidal alternating voltage and also sinusoidal alternating current, so magnitude of sinusoidal voltage and also sinusoidal alternating current continuously varies with respect to time. At every half cycle of sinusoidal alternating voltage and also sinusoidal alternating current, polarity of the voltage and the current also changes. It can be given by the expression instantaneous value of sinusoidal alternating voltage V is equal to Vm sin omega t. Instantaneous value of alternating current can be given by the expression I is equal to Im sin omega t. Dear students, now we go to the another one important topic in the division of alternating current. Mean or average value of alternating current, or mean or average value of alternating voltage. Before going to this topic, we know about DC source, DC voltage or DC current. In a DC system, time value taken on the x-axis, DC voltage value taken on the y-axis. See, with respect to the time, magnitude of DC voltage will not change. So magnitude of DC voltage remains constant. If a time value increases, but the DC voltage magnitude will not increases, that magnitude of DC voltage remains constant. So it can be easy task, we can easily representing the magnitude of DC voltage and also magnitude of DC current. This kind of magnitude of DC voltage is applied to a closed circuit, resulting current flows to the closed circuit. Time value taken on the x-axis, DC current flows to the closed circuit taken on the y-axis. Resulting current flows to the DC circuit. That current is called DC current. So magnitude of DC current will not changes with respect to time. So we can easily express the DC current flows to the closed circuit. But in the case of alternating current and also alternating voltage, we cannot easily specify the magnitude of alternating current or magnitude of alternating voltage. Why? Because if alternating voltage is connected to the closed circuit, resulting current flows to the closed circuit, each and every instant the magnitude of resulting current flows to the closed circuit is continuously changes. We cannot specify the magnitude of resulting alternating current. We cannot specify at that each and every instant. Then we are going to express how we express the resulting alternating current flows to the closed circuit. There are many ways is there, but we can restrict in our ways in the two format. One is mean or average value of alternating current and also RMS value of alternating current. There are two ways here in our textbook. There are two ways to specify or express the alternating current. One is mean or average value of alternating current. Another one is RMS value of alternating current or root mean square value of alternating current. First we are going to see mean or average value of alternating current. This is one complete cycle of alternating current. Theta value taken on the x-axis, instantaneous value of alternating current taken on the positive y-axis and the negative y-axis. See one complete cycle of alternating current. 0, amplitude of alternating current or peak value of alternating current. This is peak value of alternating current, negative direction, 2 pi. It is one complete cycle of alternating current flows to the closed circuit. From theta value increases from 0 to 2 pi value, at that instant of time theta value, alternating current is 0. Increases to reaches a maximum value, then decreases to reaches a 0, then polarity of the alternating current is changes through the closed circuit. So from 0 to increases negative maximum value of alternating current, then decreases to 0. This is one complete cycle of alternating current. Each and every instant magnitude of alternating current is changes. At the end of the off cycle of alternating current, polarity of the alternating current also changes. Then the current is called alternating current. How we can measure the alternating current? There are two ways. Just you remember, one is mean or average value of alternating current and also RMS value of alternating current, like root mean square value of alternating current. From 0 to pi theta value, this is positive half cycle of alternating current. From pi to 2 pi, negative half cycle of alternating current. We can take in the average value of alternating current over one complete cycle is 0, because entire positive half cycle current value is all current is positive. During negative half cycle, all current is negative. Then taken the symmetrical method, both the positive and the negative value is added together, resulting value is 0. Then average value of alternating current over one complete cycle is 0. Then how we express or how we specify the alternating current? Mean or average value of alternating current. So taken the positive half cycle, then the positive half cycle taken the average value, or taken the negative half cycle, take the average value, either positive half cycle or negative half cycle. All current in the positive half cycle, all current is positive. In the negative half cycle, all current is negative. over one half cycle, either positive half cycle or negative half cycle, taken the average value. If you taken the complete waveform, average value of alternating current is 0. The mean or average value is taken over a one half cycle, either positive half cycle or negative half cycle. Now we go to the definition of mean or average value of alternating current. So mean or average value of alternating current is defined as average value of all currents in the positive half cycle or average value of alternating current taken in the negative half cycle. That is called mean or average value of alternating current. Instantaneous value of alternating current given by the expression I, which is equal to Im sin omega t. Here omega t, which is equal to theta. This equation can be rewritten in the another way. Instantaneous value of alternating current I is equal to Im sin theta. This is equation number 1. Average value of alternating current I average, which is equal to sum of the all currents in the positive half cycle or sum of the all currents in the negative half cycle. Divide by base length of positive half cycle or negative half cycle. Base length. Here, sum of the alternating current in the positive half cycle or negative half cycle can be given by the area of the positive half cycle or area of the negative half cycle. We cannot sum the all current in the positive half cycle. Then sum of the all currents in the positive half cycle or sum of the all currents in the negative half cycle is given by the, you've taken the area of the positive half cycle or area of the negative half cycle. So average value of alternating current, which is equal to sum of the all currents in the positive half cycle, which is equal to area of the positive or negative half cycle divided by base length. So how we are going to measure in the area of the positive half cycle or area of the negative half cycle? Taken the small elementary strips in the positive half cycle. This is the small elementary strips. Thickness of elementary strip is d theta. It is the thickness of small elementary strip. The thickness is d theta. Mid-ordinate of the elementary strip at that instant is I. Now we are going to calculate the area of the small elementary strip. Area of the small elementary strip, which is equal to the product of x value, that is a d theta. This is the small elementary strip. We are going to calculate the thickness of small elementary strip. The thickness of elementary strip is d theta. Mid-ordinate of the elementary strip is corresponding to y-axis at that instant is I. So what is the area of the small elementary strip multiplied with the x-axis with the y-axis, I into d theta, we get area of the small elementary strip, I d theta. Equation number 3. Average value of alternating current, which is equal to area of the positive half cycle or area of the negative half cycle divided by base length. This equation is 2. Already we found area of the small elementary strip in the positive half cycle of alternating current. How we can calculate the area of the entire area of the over one positive half cycle? Take the integration. Area of the positive half cycle, which is equal to integration 0 to pi integration I d theta. So which is equal to 0 to pi integration, because taken the over half cycle from 0 to pi, I value, instantaneous value of alternating current, Im sin theta dot d theta. Here amplitude of alternating current is constant value taken out of the integration value Im. Integration 0 to pi sin theta d theta. So which is equal to Im integration of sin theta dot d theta is minus cos theta 0 to pi. Area of the positive half cycle which is equal to Im minus cos theta 0 to pi. Apply the limit. Im minus cos pi value minus of minus plus cos 0 value. So Im, which is equal to minus cos pi is cos 180 degree plus cos 0, which is equal to Im minus cos 180 minus 1 plus cos 0 value is 1, which is equal to Im 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2 Im. So, area of the positive half cycle of AC, which is equal to 2 Im. 2 into amplitude of alternating current or peak value of alternating current. But in our aim to calculating the average value of alternating current or mean value of alternating current over a positive half cycle or negative half cycle, we can define the mean or average value of alternating current, sum of the all currents in the positive half cycle or negative half cycle, taken the mean value, we get mean or average value of alternating current. So in that equation, average value of alternating current, which is equal to area of the positive half cycle or area of the negative half cycle divided by base length. Already we found area of the positive half cycle. Area of the negative half cycle is the same value but in that negative value. Next, base length. Base length is 0 to pi. That is the base length. I am taking average value over a positive half cycle, so 0 to pi. Substitute here. So average value of alternating current, which is equal to sum of the all currents over a positive half cycle, which is equal to area of the positive half cycle. So area of the positive half cycle of 2Im divided by base length, which is equal to pi, 0 to pi, that is the base length. So average value of alternating current, which is equal to 2 into Im divided by pi value 3.14. So 2 divided by 3.14 I average, which is equal to 0.637 times Im. So it is important expression in mean or average value of alternating current over a positive half cycle, which is equal to 0.637 times peak value of alternating current. Then see the average value of alternating current over a negative half cycle, I average negative half cycle of AC, that is the mean value, which is equal to minus 2Im divided by pi. So average value of alternating current over a negative half cycle of AC, which is equal to negative 2 divided by pi value 0.637 times Im. So average value of alternating current or mean value of alternating current over a half cycle is defined as sum of the all currents in the positive half cycle or sum of the all currents in the negative half cycle, taken the mean value, we get average value of alternating current. Then average value of alternating current over a half cycle of AC during the positive half cycle 0.637 times amplitude of alternating current, or average value of alternating current over a negative half cycle of AC, which is equal to minus 0.637 times peak value of alternating current in the negative half cycle. So it is an important thing how we can measuring the alternating current or specifying the alternating current. One of the way to measure the mean or average value of alternating current over a positive half cycle or a negative half cycle, we will see next one method, root mean square value of alternating current, in the next video class. Thank you, students.